NCIS Season 21 secretly references Abby, 6 years after Pauly Perrette's exit. NCIS Season 21's Ducky tribute episode features a secret reference to Abby, 6 years after Pauly Perrette exited the police procedural. NCIS honors Ducky with a heartfelt tribute episode, finishing his last case and bringing back Tony DiNozzo for support. Abby's black wreath for Ducky in Casey's lab is a subtle yet touching nod to their close relationship on the show. Pauly Perrette left NCIS due to a traumatic experience on set and felt it was time to move on, with no plans to return. 6 years after Pauly Perrette left, NCIS Season 21 features a reference to Abby. The police procedural mourns the loss of their beloved medical examiner turned historian, Dr. Mallard, better known as Ducky. NCIS stages a poignant tribute episode to the character, whose death mirrors David McCallum's own in 2023. Ducky was the original ME of NCIS, and while he worked with all iterations of the team until his death, he was the most active during the early years of the long-running series. Instead of spending the whole outing simply reminiscing about the time they had with Ducky, NCIS Season 21, Episode 2, The Stories We Leave Behind, sees the team finish the last case that he was working on before he died. There were several ways considered how to honor the character, including the idea of bringing back as many former players for a star-studded tribute. In the end, NCIS decided to bring back Michael Weatherly's Tony DiNozzo to offer support to Ducky's mentee, Jimmy Palmer. Beyond that, there are also references to Mark Harmon's Leroy Jethro Gibbs and Perrette's Abby. Abby sends flowers for Ducky in NCIS Season 21, Episode 2. Proof of how beloved Ducky was is the unending arrival of flowers from many agencies and organizations sending their condolences. That being said, there's one particular wreath that holds a special place for those who have been an avid viewer of NCIS since it debuted in 2023. While Palmer obsessively cleans Casey's lab, a flower arrangement made of black roses with a sparkly skull in the middle can be seen on top of one of the tables. The show doesn't name-drop Abby, although Hines mentions that it shouldn't be a mystery as to who its sender is. It would have been great to see her back to personally pay tribute to Dr. Mallard, but the black wreath is also a nice touch. It makes sense that Abby's wreath is delivered to Casey's lab, considering that it was once hers. She spent years working in that area with the original NCIS team spearheaded by Gibbs. Despite having separate spaces, Ducky also visited her once in a while and vice versa. Considering Abby's demeanor, Ducky was usually very gentle and loving towards her. It would have been great to see her back to personally pay tribute to Dr. Mallard, but the black wreath is also a nice touch. Why Pauly Perrette's Abby Sciuto left NCIS. Perrette left in NCIS Season 15. Narratively, Abby's decision to walk away from her long-term job stemmed from a traumatic experience that put her life in jeopardy and resulted in the death of Michigan 6 Agent Clayton Reeves, who was protecting her from a hitman. After successfully arresting the perpetrator who caused all her grief, she subsequently resigned from her post, accompanied Reeves' body back to England, and started a charity on his behalf. Behind the scenes, Perrette's NCIS exit was more complicated. In a series of social media posts, she claimed that she was threatened on the set of NCIS and vowed to never return. The actor was referring to co-star Harmon as the person she was terrified of. CBS revealed that they did receive a couple of concerns from her, but those issues were eventually resolved. More formally, Perrette said that she just felt like it was time for her to move on. NCIS viewership upticks after David McCallum tribute episode. NCIS was CBS' most viewed TV show Monday night, garnering 7.2 million viewers. Per AOL, CBS, NCIS, 0.5, 7.20 m, took home the night's largest audience in the 9 p.m. hour, besting Fox's The Cleaning Lady, 0.4, 2.90 m, and CW's All-American, Homecoming, 0.1, 420K, which matched their ratings of the previous week. It tied with ABC's The Bachelor for the nightly demo win, per MSN. The uptick in viewership came as the show paid tribute to David McCallum, who played Donald Ducky Mallard, following his death last year. According to TV Line, nearly 5 months after McCallum's death, CBS, NCIS This Monday at 9/8 will air The Stories We Leave Behind, which Dietzen co-wrote with executive producer Scott Williams. In that can't-miss episode, as NCIS mourns Ducky, the agents find some comfort in working on one of his unfinished cases involving a woman whose father was dishonorably discharged from the Marines. The episode begins as Brian Dietzen's Dr. Jimmy Palmer stops to pick up Dr. Mallard, who was at long last home from the book tour that had kept him off screen as of late, only to discover that his mentor had quietly passed away during the night. I think everyone knows that we want to honor not only the character of Ducky, but also David McCallum, in a proper way, and what was important about it was showing that this is a family, how you come in and take care of your own, how you are there for your loved ones, Dietzen explained. This is a part of Jimmy's daily existence, going into Ducky's house and picking him up to bring him to work, dropping off some coffee, maybe just checking in on him as you do with a family member. I thought that it was really important to show how hard this team is hit, how hard they're rocked by this loss, and the person that certainly was closest to him was Jimmy. The actor, who co-wrote the tribute episode, wasn't initially slated to write for the show this year. Before David passed, we had that work stoppage with the WGA and SAG strikes, so I had said to Stephen Binder and David North, our showrunners, I don't need to write this year, because we only have 10 episodes, he said. I didn't want to insert myself. But then when David passed away, Scott Williams, my co-writer, volunteered to do this episode and he said to me, I thought it was only right that you co-write with me. And then everybody in the room said, yeah, that's perfect. That's what should happen. And I said, absolutely, I'd be honored to. NCIS executive producers and co-showrunners Stephen D. Binder and David North told TV Line, everyone at NCIS felt it was important to do an episode that honors such a legendary actor, not to mention a dear friend. In the episode, the team will learn of Ducky's passing and reflect on their memories of him as they grieve, they said. And true to Ducky's meticulous and compassionate nature, even after he's gone, he still manages to solve one last crime with the team. There will also be a very touching and special moment you won't want to miss. Now more than ever we're bombarded by darkness in media, movies, and TV. Movie Guide has fought back for almost 40 years, working within Hollywood to propel uplifting and positive content. We're proud to say we've collaborated with some of the top industry players to influence and redeem entertainment for Jesus. Still, the most influential person in Hollywood is you, the viewer. What you listen to, watch, and read has power. Movie Guide wants to give you the resources to empower the good and the beautiful. But we can't do it alone. We need your support. You can make a difference with as little as $7. It takes only a moment. If you can, consider supporting our ministry with a monthly gift. Thank you. Movie Guide is a 501c3 and all donations are tax deductible. NCIS franchise's 1000th episode story details and airdate revealed. The NCIS franchise will be marking its 1000th episode later this year, with story details and an airdate for the upcoming milestone now revealed. Episode 1000 of the NCIS franchise will air as Episode 7 of NCIS Season 21 on Monday, April 15th. The episode will focus on director Leon Vance, risk to a beloved character, and reference past storylines. Showrunners will include Easter eggs for longtime fans and bring all franchises together in a unique way. New details have emerged for the upcoming 1000th episode of the NCIS franchise, including what to expect from its story and when the episode will air. The procedural franchise has had produced 4 spin-offs as of writing: NCIS, Los Angeles and NCIS, New Orleans, which have ended, along with NCIS, Sydney and NCIS, Hawaii, which are ongoing. Between all 5 series, the franchise is about to reach 1,000 episodes overall. Speaking with TV Line, co-showrunners Stephen D. Binder and David North have revealed details about the 1000th episode in the franchise, which will air as Episode 7 of NCIS Season 21. The showrunners revealed the episode, airing on Monday, April 15th, would center around director Leon Vance, and feature references to both the franchise's past and its other shows. Check out what Binder and North had to say below. North. One of our own beloved characters is going to end up in grave danger, and you're going to see all of the different franchises brought into this in a little bit of a different way. Binder. There'll be a personal storyline, and this one will circle around director Leon Vance. North. We're going to play plenty of homage to the past. Binder. We're hoping to put some Easter eggs for longtime fans of the show. If you're watching it in 4K, you might have to blow some things up, but they're going to be there. How will NCIS 1000th episode tie the franchise together? NCIS is no stranger to characters crossing over between shows, something that establishes all the series are happening in the same universe. The latest example is LL Cool J reprising his role as Sam Hanna from Los Angeles in NCIS, Hawaii Season 3.
However, series in the franchise have been having crossovers since 2009, showing just how deeply connected the franchise has always been.
Based on Binder and North's comments, it seems every series in the franchise will be referenced at some point during the special episode. This could include characters from shows both ended and ongoing being present, arriving for quick cameos or as part of the overall story. It's possible that whatever threat Vance is facing, it will cause the whole franchise to come together in an interesting way.
The episode could also inform the future of the franchise as well, perhaps teasing the upcoming Gibbs prequel NCIS, Origins. While there's no telling what the new threat being faced in NCIS 1000th episode will be, it seems there will be plenty of danger in store as the franchise's longevity is honored. Since the series is still going strong in season 21, there's no telling when the series will be over.